Hey, we're going to check out this elliptical cross trainer from the brand NICEDAY. It is their CT11 elliptical cross trainer. It's a magnetic drive system, has 16 resistance levels, and it's a 400-pound weight limit. So NICEDAY is a new brand, but the company that makes it has been making exercise equipment for about 20 years. So nice thing about this one is the size and the fact that it is doesn't need to be plugged in. It powers itself, and it comes 90% pre-built. So before I open it up, I wanted to go ahead and show you the size of the box because people sometimes wonder how big is this when it comes to me. So it's going to come from standard UPS. It doesn't have to be delivered freight. It does weigh about 120 pounds, so it's definitely a two-person job if you're going to try to get it in the box. To give you an idea of the size of the box is about 17 inches deep. It's about 43 inches long, and it is about 26 and a half inches tall. So that gives you an idea of the size of the box. And then I talked about the weight of the box. But yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'll open it up and I'll show all the parts, and then we'll actually get it all assembled so you can see how easy it is to put together. So again, it's the NICEDAY Elliptical Cross Trainer model CT11. All right, as you can see here, I have everything out of the box. I still left it in the packaging. Everything was packaged very nicely. You can see everything is wrapped, and then there was a lot of cardboard padding in there, so no damage at all. Definitely packaged very well. So again, this is the NICEDAY Elliptical, the CT11, and you can see it does come about 90% complete. So the most of it is right there in front of you, complete, ready to go. And then these are the pieces that we're going to go ahead and put on. But I just wanted to show you how it all looks right away when you take it out of the box. Of course, I recommend, either building it on, cutting the box down and you putting it on that piece of cardboard to keep it from getting scratched up, or like this, I put down some old towels just because I want to keep it in good shape. I was able to get that main unit out of the box on my own, but that's probably a two-person job for most people. All right, so let me get this all unwrapped and then we can start the assembly process. Okay, we're back with the NICEDAY Elliptical Trainer. We are putting this together. Great thing is it comes about 90% complete, so there's not a lot of work that needs to be done. You can see here I've kind of got everything laid out that we need. We're just going to kind of do this in different steps. Got my hardware here ready. The first step we're going to do is we're going to put these bases on, okay? And there's two different bases. This one that goes in the front has the wheels, and you notice it's even got a little arrow that says up so that you make sure you put it in the right place. This other one goes in the back, and we'll do that later. They're going to come with the hardware already in here, so you're just going to unscrew it and have it ready. So for time's sake, I already did that, and I already got this other piece lined up and ready to go. So once you put this on, all you have to do is put the little washers that come with, and then the nuts right there, and you'll just take the included wrench and screw that down tight. So I would tighten it as much as you can by hand, and then just go ahead and screw it down or wrench it down even tighter, okay? So that's the first step. I'll do the same thing to that, but I'll do that later. This attaches the exact same way in the back. It's just there's no wheels on this piece, but it attaches the exact same way in the back. So I'll just do that and show you it once it's complete. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to unfold the vertical tube from the main frame. So you can see here the vertical tube, right? This is the vertical tube. So we're going to unfold it. So really you just have to pull it up, and then if it's loose, it'll slide down. There is one bolt here, okay, that you may have to go ahead and loosen to get this to slide into place. Because what's going to happen is we're going to end up putting these little guys in to the sides here and one in the front. So you just need to make sure that you can loosen this one bolt so this slides, just so these all line up. So if these line up, you're good to go. If they don't, you may need to loosen this one and then so that these line up. But everything is good to go. So hopefully that's the case for yours, but if not, it's a very easy fix. So again, I would just put all these in by hand first and then go ahead and tighten them down with the Allen wrench afterwards. So you got the two on this side, and the one here. So I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to go ahead and do that on my own. You guys don't need to watch me tighten those down, and then I'll show you it when it's done. Okay, you can see here I've got this bolted down in the back. So like I said, it worked very similar to how we did it in the front. And then let's walk around to the front and I'll show you there what I did. 2 bolts on this side, 1 bolt on the front, and then there's 2 bolts on the other side as well. All of them tightened down. And then when we look at the front of the device here, you see that those are bolted in as well. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to be the handles that go on up here. Okay, the next step is to go ahead and attach the pulse handle to the vertical tube. So this is the vertical tube. This is where our pulse handle attaches. As you can see right here, here's your pulse handle. They call it that because this is what's going to measure your pulse. And you can see here how it attaches, right? These Allen wrench bolts are actually going to be screwed right into this. So they're going to be in here already. So you'll just have to unscrew them either by hand. You may need to use the little Allen wrench to loosen them up. So you're just going to want to unscrew those to get those out. And once those are out, you're going to use these to put that on. So I will go ahead and do that. All right. So it's ready to go on. Just kind of move that cord over to the side. And then you're just going to line these up like so. Start it by hand again. And then you're just going to grab your little Allen wrench after you get it started. And once you have your Allen wrench, you're just going to go ahead and spin this on until it's tight. Okay, so I'll tighten up the other one. And after I do that, there's this piece right here, and that's just going to click right over that to cover that up just to make it look pretty. All right, so I'll stop it now and I'll do that. And the next step is to attach the arms to here and here. Okay? Okay, so now we're on to sticking the arms on here. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and do one of them, and then I'll go back and do the other one after I turn it off. You can see I put the nice little cap over this after I tighten down the pulse handles. So we'll go ahead and do the left one because it's right there and it's easiest to see. So everything is labeled nicely. The only things that don't have stickers directly on them have stickers on the bag. So like this piece, which we're going to put on afterwards to cover this up, the stickers are on the bag. So, but everything else, the stickers have been on the actual item. So you can see with the right one, it's going to come to you. It's going to have the hardware already on there. So with this one, I took the hardware off just again, because no sense in having you guys watch me do that. So to put this on, it's going to be very, easy. You're just going to go ahead and set it on here like so, right? And then you're just going to take your hardware and you're going to just go ahead and line it up and stick it through. So there we go. Just line it up and it should go right through. There we go. And once it's through, put the little washer on and then your nut. Okay. And again, you're just going to go ahead and tighten them down with the included wrench. I would advise to not use power tools because I think you'll over tighten some of these and that may lead to some problems. So if you want to use a different wrench because it's a little more efficient, that's probably okay. I just wouldn't advise using an impact wrench or impact driver when you put this together. And again, if you use something else, just be careful. You don't want to over tighten anything. So you can see how that went on very easy. And then what would happen next is we'll go ahead and we'll clip this piece on like so. It'll just clip together. It'll cover that up and it'll look pretty. But what I'm going to do first, obviously, is tighten those down. So you can see how this just clips together through there. And then there's a spot for a screw here. and a spot for a screw there. So after I do all those, I'll make sure to point that out again. Okay, so I'll stop it now and I'll get this all tightened up and I'll put the other one on too. Okay, so you can see I've got both arms attached now. They're both on there. They both have these nice covers which snap over and then have little screws on each side right here and then on the other side as well. So next we're going to go ahead and put the monitor on here. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach the monitor. So you can see the monitor right here. You can see where it attaches with screws. We've got your screws right here. We've got some batteries that go in, and it came with the 2 AA batteries, so I'll go ahead and install those. And then you've got this cord right here that's attached so it wouldn't fall back in. That's what's going to plug in here. And then your pulse cable is going to plug right here where it says pulse or heart rate. So I'll get that all set up and then I'll show you. Okay, as you can see, the monitor is all set up and it is on. You can see the P there for pulse because I connected the pulse. So all I did was screw this down. Let me show you underneath here, and then I plugged in the pulse and I plugged in the one other harness that goes to the magnetic resistance. So you can't see that because that's actually inside the tube, but there's the pulse right there. There's the 4 screws, so very easy. And then of course I put the battery in. All right, so all we got left is to put on the foot pedals, I guess you call them down there. Okay, when it comes to the foot pedals, these are going to just go right there. You can see exactly where they go. 2 spots here, the only bolts left. Just going to go in through there like that, line them up with that square, okay, and then you're just going to use the locking nut on the bottom. So I'm going to do that on each side of these, and then we're pretty much done. Okay, so the foot pads are all on, very easy. Again, they're all labeled right and left. Everything is, making it very easy. One last thing I forgot to do initially was there was one more bolt that went in here. So you can see this hole on the front. This long bolt is going to go through that hole on the front right there, and then have the washer and the locking nut over here, okay? And then this orange piece goes around up here to make it look nice and pretty, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that quick, and then we're officially done. Okay, as you can see now, the Nice Day elliptical is all done and ready to go. And it really didn't take very long to put together at all. Again, coming 90% complete is very nice. That means there's not a whole lot you have to do. The instructions are good. If you just read them carefully and take your time, you will have no issues. And all the parts are labeled with right and left where appropriate, making sure you don't accidentally use them in the wrong place. Okay, so it is ready to go. So I'm going to have to get ready to do some exercise and showing you how it works.